we're live.
Well, and we're live. And we're
And we're
live.
Woo.
It's like I always think of that thing. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Was that from Sesame Street? I think. Yeah, that I learned that that was the Pointer Sisters that did
Oh
that.
shit.
Yeah. That I mean, look, Jim Henson and the whole children's television workshop. I mean, they were really ahead of themselves, at the time, like, getting all these singers to perform for the show, to teach kids how to spell. Like they said, the very first celebrity guest on Sesame Street was James Earl Jones reciting the alphabet. Yeah, he was reciting the alphabet. Look that up on Google, because it on YouTube, because it is the most like when you say I could listen to this person like recite the alphabet all day. That's literally what James Earl Jones is doing. Is just reciting the alphabet.
Nice.
And you're just like riveted. It's like, oh, what comes next? What comes next? Q. What? Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah.
Wait,
what is today?
Hold on, let me start over. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday, October 11th, 2024, and this is the Region 2, the vlogs, whatever that means.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I mean, really, I didn't I almost canceled the show today.
No. Your mood is perfect for today's show, because today's theme is shitting in your cereal.
Oh.
And we're here to do
I
just
think that's
that.
An OSHA violation.
I am not industrial nor professional and never have claimed to be. I am opinionated and tired of the bullshit.
Oh no.
Yeah. Are you ready for this?
Absolutely not, but hit it.
Everyone does it. Now you can do it too. Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. Shut up. Shut the hole in your face. Like that. You can do it. Shh. Shut up. And shut the fuck up.
Trigger warning. Fuck you.
Being extra this morning.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that seems to be the theme. Let's see. What am I looking for here? Hold on. I'm in the middle of like a Google search or something.
Oh no.
Okay. All right.
Lost on the interwebs.
I know, right? Oh my goodness. So hello everyone. Good morning, everyone, on this. Well, over here it's finally sunny and chilly. Friday morning. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. So who's joining us in the chat today?
We got Rob Multori.
Hello,
good morning, Rob.
Hello, Rob. Good
Ronan,
morning.
good
Ronan,
morning.
Hello.
Melissa,
Surly girlies. I like that. I like that.
PSA day. Every day. PSA day.
Oh my goodness. Hello everyone. Yes, and I see you, our beautiful eyeball people watching us from regions beyond. If you're watching us from Facebook, if you're watching us from LinkedIn, come on over to YouTube, join the sexy people in the chat, keep them company. Even though we haven't had Facebook just tends to glitch. We don't know anything about LinkedIn. And look, it's just a lot easier if you want to talk to us in real time.
I will be streaming to Twitter soon.
Really?
Yeah, it's probably going to be temporarily, but I don't know yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. They say that they boost you. I'm going to see if you get
your check mark.
I'm gonna buy the check mark, but I'm waiting for it to lapse on the same day as my Facebook monetization.
Oh, okay.
That way, it's like it comes out at the same time, and I'm not like, because I do not like to leave large sums of money in PayPal.
Right? Yeah, of course.
Even though these motherfuckers messaged me. And they're like, you have outstanding service. We're going to raise your limit in PayPal to $28,000 a month. I'm like, boy, thank you, PayPal, for having so much faith in me.
Yeah, really? What? Oh, you have the PayPal credit card? Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that how that works?
I'm like, you motherfuckers.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
No, it's I don't understand how credit cards in the United States work. It's like, it's kind of
no. I did not apply for the credit card. This is the debit. This is the amount of money that they're saying I can earn a month through PayPal. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Take a couple zeros off of that.
Right. Yeah. It's like, it's more like $1.50.
I'm gonna be a thousandaire.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So if you're following us on Facebook, if you're following us from LinkedIn, come on over to YouTube, join the sexy people in the chat. And while you're here, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get, yes, you are sexy, Ronan.
We did, but it's not going to be the way you want it to be.
Right.
Context,
and make sure,
context.
Yeah, as always, context. And like I said, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever any of this hot mess goes live.
We did it all for you.
Yes, we do. We do all of this for you. Because I swear, it's like yesterday. Yesterday I was in like such a mood. But before I talk to you about my mood, maybe we should just do the intro like normal people. Hello, everyone. My name is Daphne Lage, and I'm a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. I have been self-publishing comics since 1992, and you know what that means.
Valar Morghulis.
Valar Dohaeris.
And I am known for the furry fantasy adventure Tall Tales, which returns to Kickstarter on October 28th, with the brand new Tears of the Mother story arc, starting with Volume 1, which collects issues 1 through 4 of this 8-issue limited series. The link is in the chat and in the show notes, so you can click on the pre-launch page so you get notified when the campaign goes live. But if you watch this show, you'll know it'll go live because we'll do it on the show. We'll do it on that Monday. So
we do it on the show. We do all the time.
And I am also known for my medieval fantasy drama, Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, which also returns to Kickstarter early 2025 with issue 9 of this 16-issue series. I'm currently working on page 10 of this issue, so it's getting there. It's getting there. You can read both my comics online at eagleworks.com, EGOWORKS, and Tall Tales Online, TAILS online.com. And you can check out all my videos on how I make my comics here on YouTube at Daphne Lage Art, which also simulcasts through the Indie Comics Network. And to tell you more about it, here's Nita.
My name is Nita, and I have a Google account, and me and my friends stream on YouTube through it, and we try to bring you daily centered comic stuff.
Yeah. Right, when we can, when we feel like it.
Yeah,
and where can you find it?
IndieComicsNetwork.com. But
.com.
But no, you can't, because so the best way to find us right now is go onto YouTube at Indie Comics Net, because for some reason my URL is not working again. So I'm probably going to stop using DreamHost after this, because this is the third time I've been notified that my link is fucking broken.
Yeah, that is very sure, because I've been using DreamHost for like I don't even know how long anymore, and it's very rare I have a problem. But yeah, you have this, because I know
I'm cursed.
Well, no, because also
woman.
Yeah, I mean, because the thing is that they did move the servers a couple of months ago. I just happened to be looking at my old emails, and I had the thing there that says, "Oh, we're moving servers." So that might be what happened, that they moved their servers and it broke the link. So I don't know.
It's
I
quite
like-
possible, but I'm at a point where it's like, fuck it, I don't even care. Somebody can have it. I'm like, I'm not gonna renew it, and I'm not worried. I don't think I'm worried about it too much anymore. If I do pay for it, it'll be redirected to something private for now until I'm ready to build my own website,
right.
which I'm gonna be working on.
Oh, I would just continue renewing it
because
though.
as far
Not much.
as far as finding the channel, I mean, we've got enough content. You type in Indie Comics Network and
right.
it's easy to find us.
Right. No, because I mean, I think it's a good idea to keep.
I'm gonna keep the domain.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But
Oh,
I'm gonna just
you mean
redirect it.
reroute,
Like
the
I'm
redirect.
gonna
Okay.
take the
Oh,
redirect
okay.
off,
That's like, I thought
and
you
I'm
were
gonna
going to.
reserve it for my website.
Oh, okay. All right. 'Cause it sounded like that you were going to like not renew the domain, the domain name. Like, no, you want to keep that. You always want to keep, like it's always like, oh my God, I can't even remember like how long I've had egoworks.com. It's like I've had that since college. I mean, it's been a while since I had it, but yeah, it's important to like have a domain that you could eventually lead to a website. It's always good to have a website anyway. Let's say Rob says, I've never been a fan of DreamHost. He prefers GoDaddy, Lonos and GoDaddy.
GoDaddy.
Oh my goodness.
Not sponsored by anything we're naming.
We are not sponsored. No, nobody's that crazy to sponsor us. No, we're too messy over here.
Well, they'll tried to when I gave an honest review of their product and they didn't like it.
So. Yeah, no.
Shit was nasty. It was gross.
Well,
and it gave me jitters. Don't lie.
Right. Well, hey, can't win them all, right? So I was just like in a mood yesterday and I was like going, it's like I don't feel like talking to anybody. It's like, I don't even know it's like, I don't know, like sometimes there just comes a point where it's like, you know what? It's like, are we like super boring? Because it's like sometimes it just feels like we just talk about the same shit over and over and over again. And it's just
like trying to listen to me, motherfucker.
Sometimes they're just,
but they're over here like,
what?
What?
Oh my goodness. So, so it's like, I just, that's a mood for you. That's me every day. No, absolutely, Ronan. We're all about the moods here. We're all about vibes and moods, right?
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, yeah.
I have anxiety. That.
But yeah, it's like, so yesterday I was just like, I don't feel like talking to anybody. It's like, I'm going to tell Nita just to cancel the show because it's like, I don't know, what am I going to talk about, right? And then it's like, and then it's like, I just go, you know what, let me just leave it and see how I feel in the morning, because sometimes all you need is a nap. Really, sometimes all you need is a nap. Either a meal or a nap or both.
A nap, an orgasm. There you go.
In no particular order.
That's called everything.
In no particular order. And and it's like, yeah, let's just wait until the morning. And then it's like, I don't know. I still don't know what I want to talk about today. And then I go just to check. and then Nita had this title here. And I go, you know what? I could talk about that. Okay. We'll just leave it at that, So what's really funny though is that the title of the show actually reminded me of a couple of things. And I ended up telling you this before we went live, because I thought I told you this before. But House of Bob updates. Yes. So I would have been sending out the rewards for House of Bob if it wasn't for the fact that half my order came out upside down.
They 69'd your pages.
They 69. Oh, they sure did. They sure
Oh
did.
shit! That's how you sell them fuckers.
Yeah,
69 edition.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they sure did. It's like every alternate page was upside down. And I was like the main book, Fetish Fantasy, came out fine, but Mondo Bondo just came out all like retarded like that. And I go, what the fuck? It's like 67 books. And it's like, how is it that you printed 67 books and nobody in your facility checked one of them?
Thought to check one for quality control.
Right. You know, I mean, as somebody who worked in printing, it's like that's all I did, you know? And it's like you're supposed to check the first book that comes out of the machine just to make sure everything's okay. They didn't even do that. The entire thing, the entire run went through the entire process. They put it in a box, and I have a box here that I have to shred. I can't. It's too stupid for me to even sell at a discount. It's like, no, this is too stupid. And so I have to shred the entire box. Oh my God. Nah, it's like, you know, it's tough enough selling books from my store, you know, so it's like I don't want to add, like, I don't want to hold on to anything that I know is like it's just going to be too much of because they gave no fucks. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is though, the lazy worked
They are going to fix it.
Yeah, the lazy worked twice. Because I ended up sending at that very moment to mix them. It's like, yo, your boys fucked up my shit, and they go, oh, don't worry, we'll fix it. And I'm supposed to be getting the new order today, which of course, you know, I'm still nervous about until I see it because it's not correct until it's correct, right?
Right.
So yeah, but I have this entire box that I have to shred, you know, just to, you know, and just to pulp it and get rid of it. So which is annoying, you know, because like, you know what, if someone just checked the book from the beginning, we wouldn't be wasting our time like this, right? So that's the reason why I haven't sent anything out yet for House Above, because it's like I'm waiting for the new print order to come in. But at least in the meantime, though, it did allow me use the pages for bookmarks.
That's a good idea.
You know what?
I'm to do any upcycling with it for fucking like just random rewards you could throw in. Contact Heather and fucking send them fucking defective books to her.
Really? Well, I mean, it's
because she does all kinds of weird shit. Makes keychains, fucking bookmarks, whatever.
Right. I mean, actually, the bookmark thing might be a good idea, but I don't know. Right. It's like, you know what? There just comes a point where it's like I don't want to bother. You know, I'm literally at I'm too old for this shit. It's like it's just easier for me to shred it and get it over with than you know, I got like way too much going on for me to worry about like that. That's the type
busy woman, and I haven't got all day.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, so at least the delay allowed me some time to finish up some stuff. So so for this one, I just wanted to show everybody because I thought it came out really cute. So one of the offerings that I have on the Kickstarter was a remark. And I realized, you know, the thing about having so many supplies, you don't know what you have until you're looking through it, right? And I had like these scrapbooking pens. I think Jose had gotten for me from his job when they were doing like a clearance or something. And I was able, and so I tried them out as a remark. And look at how pretty that came out. It's like because all these different colors. Cute. Yeah, that is so cute, right? And so I did you know these types of remarks for people who ordered the remarked edition. So I mean, it just came out so pretty, and I don't know. Really, I guess that's something that I'm going to have to start offering more often. I'm going to have to start offering in future campaigns. Continue because that came out like so nice. And then it's like, look, then I have it in the oh that's weird. Yeah. And then it's like, so here it is with the removable sticker. So, and then of course I marked it so that I know which book is which. So that is, you know, so that's going to be the remarked. Well, all of the books are going to end up packaged like this with the removable sticker. I love these things.
Perfect for your laptop.
Yeah, because I really do like the fact that they're removable, and I think that they hold the bag closed a lot better than a washi tape.
Yeah.
But they don't tear when you open them, so it's like you just pop them open, and there you go, and you can just peel that off and put it on your laptop. So it's like for
Yay.
everybody who likes to save all the stickers, I got these from Sticker App. They were the only place that I could find that had low tack stickers that didn't require me to buy like a ridiculous amount of them. So I think that they're really worth it. Also, the other thing, so yesterday I was able to finish off the sketch covers that I sold on the campaign as well. And I was really happy with how these came out as well. So I had some like extra blanks, and I asked people like, okay, these are supposed to be random, right? But I still wanted to ask the people. It's like, okay, so what's your favorite animal that you want to see the furry girl as? So at least you're getting something that you're gonna like. So this one, so that's my kitty cat, Wonder Woman right there. That I was really happy how that came out. Looks a little bit like who's that? There's this like YouTuber. What was her name? Trish Paytas. I don't know. For some reason, this one reminded me of Trish Paytas. Paytas? I don't know. She was in Eminem's. She played Jessica Simpson in the Eminem video.
Oh shit.
So this kind of like reminded me of her when I was done with it, right? And then another one I got, someone had asked, they chose the Star Wars cover, and then they asked for a Sith. It's like, oh, you guys keep me from cussing out a whole lot of people in this comics game. It's like, Canny, how your shows are usually right on the mark of the shit I'm going through at the time.
You can PayPal us at for your therapies.
Right. I know, right? Maybe it's kind of like having, it's kind of like, how women their periods sync up when they work together for long enough. Maybe that's the thing. It's like when we're live streaming, we're all syncing, our moods are all syncing up with everybody who watches.
Not all for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So this one, the person asked for a Fennec Fox Sith.
Nice.
So that's what I came up with. I thought that came out really pretty too. I'm very happy with the way these covers. This last one, I don't know. It might be too raunchy for YouTube. I don't know. It's like, this is probably the raunchiest one out of all of them.
Is there a slit?
Only in the book itself.
Okay, well then don't worry about it.
So so this is like super raunchy. Everybody, brace yourselves. So we got a My Little Pony cover.
Oh gosh. All right, I'm kicking you off.
My COVID cough is coming back. So then it's like I got someone asked for a My Little Pony, and they asked for this character, Marble Pie. I think it's Marble Pie. All right, so they asked for
it's adorable.
Yeah, I really like the way this one came out too. It's like I'm very happy with.
You're a tease, Lage.
I know, really. It was just so funny. That it's like that even on an erotic campaign, there's always going to be people going, no, I just want some normal stuff. So which is absolutely fine. But but probably because I have like a whole box. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I have like a whole box of these blanks that I've been like saving up for years that I never used. And it's like, I really do got to make a point of making sketch covers just to empty out this box. I think I must have like, I don't know, like 50 covers or something. So yeah, so I just don't know what to do with them if I were to like, should I put them on my website, or like these are going for House of Bob rewards, but like if I were to do like more sketch covers, it's like,
Your
should I?
website and run them across your social media platforms
Right, yeah, I
with
guess.
appropriate hashtags to whatever fandom they
Right.
relate to or whatever.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, because that's what I figured, that it's like these are more fandom related rather than like personal. So I don't know, maybe that they'll be easier to kind of like sell, because it's like, oh, they're technically fan art, even if they're furry. But I don't know. I thought that they came out really good, so I'm really happy with it. So at least I mean, I was gonna do them anyway, but the delay just like kind of like, let me do something productive while I'm waiting for these books. So yeah, so then it's like now I just have to do like the rest of the more uh regular commissions that came in through the campaign. I think like it comes out in total to like 33. Would be good to use them as examples. You can sell more in the future. Yeah, I have to scan these in so that I have a record of them, and then I can use them on the website. It's just that I
Make
have
you a
so
turn page reel of all your
yes,
work. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's just that I have like so many different blanks that I just don't know how to like offer them, without like, I don't know. I would have to look on Square, on my Square website, and see if like maybe I could, like, you can choose which one you want. Like I could offer it as on my website, and you can get to choose which blank cover that you want. But I would have to see. I mean, it couldn't be any different than than like selling t-shirts, where it's like you have all the different
Right.
sizes. So I just have to see how that organizes. So so yeah, so House of Bob is currently in production. Like I said, I'm supposed to get the corrected books today. I do have 23 orders that don't have anything extra at all that go with them. So I'm going to see if I can get those out by Monday, just so those people can have their books. And then just continue slowly sending out the rest of the ones with the commissions as I'm done with them. So, but at least like the first batch will be out, and it'll feel like I'm actually fulfilling the campaign.
I have work today.
Yeah, So yeah, so what made you title the show, even though it worked out anyway? Because like I said, I didn't know what I was going to talk about today. But what made you choose the title of the show? Actually, you know what? I'm curious. So imagine. So I think it was Imaginos, right? Who said that it's like we're always doing a show in the same mood they're in.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know, Imaginos, what are you feeling that do you need us to talk a little bit more about something that you want us to talk?
Yeah, what do you want us to hit, Mark?
Yeah, it's like, is there something that you want to
But for me, until he replies, for me, the title was like, I get so fucking tired of everybody who wants to blame someone else running a campaign, whether it be titty books or whatever. But specifically, they like to target.
Right, it's a very easy target.
The reason is why their sales are not performing like they should, or like they feel they should. And it's like, bro, if you're saying that this cover with this image on it is the reason why you can't sell, then maybe you're not producing a quality enough product. And that's going to hurt feelings. And I don't care.
Because, well, because it's like, it's really...
Because the audience that is for the titty covers and the actual pornographic comics and things like that, chances are they weren't for you to tap into anyway.
Right. If
sure, there's crossover. Sure.
Yeah.
But it's like, maybe it's time to look in the mirror. And also another thing is, I get really tired of it because it's like, okay, so instead of trying to resolve the issue and make your your product more marketable and reach out to people. You're spending that time and energy bitching about other people's shit.
Right. Which
So
you have
you're
no
not
control over.
progressing yourself any
Yeah.
during that
Yeah.
point. You're, in fact, if anything, people see the negative post and what they're going to go check out what you're bitching about before they
Right.
even look at you.
Right.
Like, what's he
Yeah.
talking
That's the
about?
funny thing, because like if you're gonna complain, it's like, oh, because I've heard people say that it's like, oh, I didn't do well in my campaign because Polito launched, at the same
Right.
time I did. And it's like, imagine it says, I'm right with you guys on this. As it relates to people making excuses for not being able to hit their audience, that shit takes work and outreach. It does. It does.
It does.
Um,
It's work.
And it's like,
And
yeah,
it's
I've
a
heard.
lot of work.
Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, unfortunately, it's a job in and of itself.
And
It's
a
like,
slow build. And people want this instant gratification. And
Yeah.
guess what, dude? That ain't
no, yeah,
life.
that's not right. And like I remember this one guy saying, it's like, oh, my campaign didn't do well because Polito launched the same time I did. And or more realistically, no, you just launched the same time Polito did.
Right.
But it's like, look, Polito launches a campaign, every quarter, every 2 months. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like there's always
I
seems
don't
to be a
even
Lady
know.
Death
There's a lot. Right.
campaign or some kind
Lady
of
Death, Hell Witch. Yeah, something.
Coffin is always putting out something. So it's like, if you're gonna try to like double dutch his output, it's like you might as go someplace else, because it's like you're not going to outperform. You can't strategize around Brian Polito.
Right.
You
never
just
be able
can't.
to run and not cross.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Or if he's not, it'll be Dan Mendoza. They gotta
Right.
blame somebody.
Right.
They're always this and this and this.
Right.
And
There's
it's like,
a video,
come on,
because you know
man.
what it reminds me of? There's this video that I saw. It's like how to cross the street in Thailand. Right. And what it is that in Thailand, like street signals are optional, and you just see the perspective, the point of view of the person filming, right? And it's just nothing but like actually it's more like scooters and bicycles just do.
I can barely cross the street in New York. So
Yeah, I know, right?
It's
It's like, so
Thailand.
it's like, so it's just this, right? But you're supposed to cross the street. No one's going to stop, right?
Right.
And what the guy said in the video is that you have to just cross. It's like most of these people,
bitches.
yeah, it's like most of these people, because he goes, actually, this is what it is. Most of these people are on bikes and mopeds. They see you. They're going to see you walk into the street. So you have to trust that they're going to maneuver around you as you cross the street, because they're not going to stop, right? They're not going to stop. And
I don't trust people in the United States. I look both ways at one-way streets.
Right.
I am not going to trust them to
right.
me.
And he says, this is what you have to do. And the guy literally walks in the street. He just walks in the street, and he just says, you have to just do not stop. Do not be like a squirrel. Just walk straight. They will maneuver around you. And he just walks across the street on this Bangkok street and somewhere.
Dude, you have way too much faith in humanity.
And that's exactly what happened. Everybody maneuvered around him and he crossed the street. So, so the thing is, though, it's like, so this is Polito. This is Polito. You have to cross that street regardless. If you want to run a Kickstarter, you have to run that Kickstarter regardless of whether Polito or Mendoza is or whoever else you want to be mad at is running a Kickstarter. It's like, whether it's him or what's his name? It's not Dan Mendoza, the other guy. There's another guy who puts out nothing but porno.
Tinner?
No.
Oh no, wait,
I forgot. Was it? It's like whatever. It's like, you know what? Anybody, whoever you're mad at, right? You have to cross that street anyway.
Right.
So, you have no control of what other people are putting out at the same time you are. So don't worry about it.
Right.
And this is also the thing too, because it's like, I mean, it's like, look, everything that I talk about, I completely 100% apply to myself because I have to maneuver this Kickstarter space along with everybody else, you know, and especially with something that's niche, that, you know, has a modest audience on Kickstarter, but it's not like a total audience, you know. It's, you know, definitely, you know, Eagle Raven is not going to outsell Lady Death or even come near selling Lady Death numbers on any planet. So you know, so it's like, so in the end you only have two choices when it comes to your books, right? Especially if you're, it's like Ronan says, if you're going
All
to
of
be an
this.
independent creator as a profession, you have to commit to whatever you're doing. Commit to crossing that street, knowing you'll probably still be working your regular job until something hits. And you know, it's funny that's also that again, I'm going to be all
I'm
over
going
the
to be
place with this.
famous.
There is very, there is, I don't think I know any artist that doesn't have some kind of side thing going on at the same time. Any creator that doesn't have a side thing going on at the same time. It is very, very rare.
I know like
to
5
know a
out of
creator, to
4 or
know a
5,000.
creator that lives solely off their work.
Amen.
You know, so it's like the fact that people are like, that has to be, it's an all or nothing. Either I survive on this or I don't. It's like, that's not really that's not a realistic way of looking at anything, because it's like, especially when it's like, I was watching a video the other day where this woman who's successful, she has she runs a successful YouTube channel, but the thing is, the first thing she talks about is that you have to have all these different sources of income that's not related to that. You know, the whole, like, you know, it's like you have to have like all your other revenue streams, right? You know, all these different revenue streams. And it's like, so she runs her own she runs her own, I guess, like marketing business or whatnot. And then so she has her YouTube channel, and then she does, I don't know, she does like a couple, she has the sponsorships, she has all these other things, all these other side things that you could easily say she does not make her living solely on YouTube.
Right.
You know, it's related to YouTube, but she still has to have all these other things squiggling on the side. You know, so it's like, so I don't understand that people go, oh, no, it's like, I have to, my book has to like make enough money for me to live off of it. It's like, no, it doesn't. You know, it's like, one, it doesn't have to. There's no guarantee that it'll even will, you know. But the thing is, though, it's like, so what are you going to do in the meantime? You know, either way, you need another source of income to take care of your stuff. So it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I mean, it's like, look, Jose has to work, you know, a separate job. You know, just, yeah, it's like, right. All these parts, it's a grind. It's a grind.
It's steady.
You know, and to kind of like narrow it down to, oh, well, Dan Mendoza, you know, well,
right.
You know, it's like, yeah, Todd McFarlane lives off of his artwork too, but you're not Todd McFarlane either. You know? Yeah, it's like, and I've heard that people go, oh, my campaign didn't do well because Todd McFarlane ran a campaign. And it's like,
oh,
look,
gosh,
if your book succeeding depends on everybody else around you not doing anything, you know what? Maybe you should go work at Chipotle. You know? You know, it's like, look,
Chipotle, more money.
Yeah, Chipotle here starts at $17 an hour. So like,
yeah. And you could sell marijuanas on the side.
Right, yeah. All on the same block, especially here.
Right.
You know, so yeah, so like I said, so in the end, right, when it's like, look, right, Todd also has a toy business. You know?
Thank you.
Remember, people are jealous of your success, not how you got there.
Right.
So it's like, so when it comes to like looking at your comic, right, you only in the end have two choices, really.
Right.
It's like either your book sucks or your marketing sucks.
Whoa. Our
right?
feeling's gonna get hurt.
You know, so it's like, so how many people here can say your book sucks. Like you're purposefully making a book that sucks, right? Nobody. It's like, look,
No one,
nobody's gonna say that, right?
even those
Nobody's
that
gonna
are.
say- right. Even those. It's like no one's gonna say that. Oh, my book sucks. I'm spending
Right.
all this time on and effort making a book that sucks. Nobody's gonna say that, right? So
Right.
that means your problem's marketing. Now, the funny thing is about that is that if you're going to narrow down your problem to marketing, now the question is, okay, what are you going to do about that?
Are you willing to apply
Because-
what it takes?
Right, because it's like if you know marketing is your issue, because we've already ruled out that your book is beautiful, your book is wonderful.
Perfection. Your mama
You know,
loves it. Your
right,
art's all over the
right, okay,
fridge.
so it's not the quality of the book that's an issue, right?
Right.
It's your marketing, right? So now the question is, what are you willing to do marketing wise? If marketing's your issue, right? And just to give you an example, I'm going to use myself as an example. So
Free drugs.
So there's a couple of webcomics that did very well on Kickstarter.
Right.
And one of them I was able to recognize because they advertise, they do most of the bulk of their, I guess, like their marketing on Instagram. And it's two artists that I'm looking at. One runs mostly through Patreon, though. They've never, as far as I know, they've never run a Kickstarter. The other one has run very successful Kickstarters, but I mostly see her on Instagram. I don't know. I mean, it's like I know her stuff is on Webtoons and all that, right? Or but honestly, though, I know everyone's joking, but none of you are really thinking your shit sucks. Let's
Right.
let's.
Or why would you be doing it?
I understand everyone loves to be self-deprecating, but I know that that's not really
I'm about to self-deprecate right now.
Oh no, not on camera.
Hey.
So-
That's marketing, babe.
Right, that's marketing, right? So I mostly see them marketing on Instagram.
Right.
So some things. So I asked Nita, it's like, okay, what's the deal with Instagram? Right. And what did you tell me about Instagram?
I don't want to tell everybody what. I don't want to give what I'm getting educated on out.
Oh,
for
that's
free.
true. Okay, so Nita tells me this whole litany of shit that I would have
That
to do.
I
on
will not
Instagram.
apply to Instagram.
This whole litany of shit I would have to do if I wanted to like gain some traction on Instagram.
I'll give you this. If you want to, you can look into it. Look, to Google how to boost your own engagement on Instagram.
Right.
You can do the research your fucking self. I'm not doing
Right.
the work for people anymore. I've done it
Okay.
for too long.
All right, fair enough.
But Instagram is one of the most required engagements there are. Now, I suggest people have an Instagram and have that reserved in
Right.
case another platform fails or whatever.
Right.
So post there and whatever. But if
Right.
you want Instagram to work for you, you're practically going to have to fucking live on Instagram.
Right. And I remember reading an article about this too, where it's like that they want you posting like 5 reels a day and shit
Bam,
like
bam.
that.
And
It
they
has to
want
be-
stagnant posts. They want
Right.
static posts. They want
right.
I mean,
It's like that literally you're turning
and your
Instagram as a
engagement.
job.
Your shit has to be constantly fucking moving, and you have to be on other people's shit constantly.
Right.
You need to be engaging with a minimum of, it was a 10, like 20 fucking creators a day minimum.
Right.
And I'm not talking a like or an emoji. You need to
Right.
be interacting.
Right. So yeah, so it's like, so pretty much you're turning Instagram into a job. And the first
Right.
things out of my mouth was fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh yeah, that's a little too much work. I'm willing to commit. Right. But the thing is though, so what I'm trying to figure out a middle ground with Instagram, at least kind of like get posting on it again. But the thing is though, is that I just have to accept the fact that there are things I'm not going to do. I'm not going to live on Instagram. I'm
No.
not going to it's ridiculous.
I don't have time for that shit. And
Yeah,
they're not
I
gonna
really
pay
don't.
me. Not yet.
Right. It's like, again, I'm a little too old for that shit. And it's like, you know what? It's like, I'm just going to have to take the hit,
Right.
and that's kind of how, and that's kind of like how,
Are you? Because where are what platform are you excelling on and getting engagement organically
Well,
and easily? What
I mean,
flows
right
for
now
you?
it's Facebook.
Right.
Right. So right
And
now,
so that's where your focus should be. But
Right.
as many platforms as
Right.
you can handle without
Right.
it affecting your mental
Right.
health, I
Right.
recommend for everybody squat your
Right.
name, squat your fucking brand,
Right.
keep a breath of life on those
Right.
platforms, just in case they go the way of MySpace.
Right. Now, here's the thing. Now, here's another thing, right? So, so like I said, so TNA books especially gets a lot of derision. I can't say anything because I've done it too. I've like, oh, the fucking TNA books, what the fuck, I've been the same way. Right. But we grow older, we grow wiser. And now it's just like whatever, it's like that's not the type of book I do, so I can't worry about I can't worry about that. I'm not doing that type of book. They have nothing to do with me. They have nothing to do with, I have nothing to do with them. So whether Dan Mendoza is making 30 grand in the first hour of his campaign launching, that's none of my business. It's not my money, none of my business. His success is not my success because I have nothing to do with him. It's like,
because were you going to take accountability for everyone else's failures too?
Right, exactly. Which we
what are
never
we gonna
see.
do here?
We never see that, right?
No,
we have people.
Their campaign failed because of me.
Right? Yeah, nobody says that. So so it's like so I'm not going to worry about something that has nothing to do with me, right? So that clears up a lot of brain space. I know the type of book that I do. So in the end, it's like, okay, so it's very easy to get caught up in what's success. TNA books is what makes money on Kickstarter. Right. And let me show you something.
We got to educate you peoples.
Right. So, okay, this is a webcomic, right? Look at that number. Does this look like a TNA book to you?
Well,
does this look like a TNA book?
Not even close.
723 backers, raising $44,075, right? This is what it looks like. Does this look like a TNA book to you?
Totally pornographic. Look at all this. Oh, it's terrible.
Really? Really? So it's like this book raised 44. Yeah, really. It's like this book raised $44,000.
Right.
It is on Webtoon. But before Webtoon, they were serializing the story on their own website, and then they put it onto Webtoons.
Right. And
now they're raising $44,000 on their Kickstarter. Is anybody going to say, "Oh, Oren's Forge. Oh, my Kickstarter failed because Oren's Forge was on Kickstarter at the same time"? I've never heard that.
Dude,
this Webtoon
I'm totally contacting this creator. I'm totally interested in this book.
So I've never heard that. Nobody is looking at this going, "Oh, this shit again. This shit." No one's saying that about this.
Right.
Now, yes, it is. It's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
That's just it. You got to do it though. And some people are putting whole pages.
Right. Yeah. And yes, and that's the thing also on Webtoons, this is not in the scroll format. This is the way you see the pages is how it appears on Webtoons. Actually, this was the book that this is the book that made me decide to go back onto Webtoons. So here's another one. This is the one where she's on Instagram. She's on Instagram and she's also on Webtoons. She's on Webtoons with a comic called Crow Time, which I think has like 3 million views or something.
Yeah.
Right. So, okay, where am I? So Namesake, right? So this artist, 1,113 backers pledged $60,383. Does this look like a TNA book? Does this look like a TNA book?
Look at that orgy. No, it does not.
Right. This is what it looks like. This doesn't look like Lady Death. This doesn't look like Dan Mendoza. This doesn't look like Paul Shand. That's the name I was trying to remember. Paul Shand.
Pat Shand.
Pat Shand. Pat Shand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
$60,000. But nobody is saying, that stupid bitch is on Kickstarter. And I couldn't make money.
Right.
Megan Levy Heaton. Oh, that bitch is on Kickstarter. And I lost money on my Kickstarter because she ran a Kickstarter and raised $60,000. I've never heard anybody say that.
Nope.
Right? Let's see. Another
Next.
one. Yeah, another one. Let me see. Let's see. This is the one that Jose told me about. This is one that Jose told me about.
Yeah,
this one is still live. Okay, 475
this
backers.
Is adorable.
Yeah, 475 backers at 20,005 at 20.5K. Right? So, does this look like a titty book? Is this book keeping you from being successful on Kickstarter?
Well, yes, it is.
Like this one, I don't even know where this book came from. This is the guy's second. Look at this. This is his second, and his first campaign was issue 1.
That is adorable.
$20,000, 20.5. So yeah, so it's like, don't tell me.
Me too.
What happened? What happened?
Melissa said, I would die for the Frog Knight.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So this one, right? Right. So this one, 20,000. Look, we saw that thing go up when we clicked on it. So people are still pledging for it. Right. Right. So of course, I learned a new word from the youngsters that I love. The word is copium. Yes. So the people that say that they're hurt by titty books are smoking the shit out of that copium. Yes, I think I've heard that word too. I've heard that word. So, I love slang. It's, yes. Yes. It's like everybody who complains about, it's the TNA books. That's copium, my man. Enjoy your copium. Now it's very easy though for people to say, well, those books they don't count, this, that, and the other thing, because they have this really good art and this, that, and the other thing. That's, it's like, my stuff doesn't look like that. Okay. All right. So let me show you one more. This is probably the highest funding book that I was able to find in a quick search. This book is currently at, I think, $64,000. 65, excuse me.
$65,000.
$65,000, 438 backers. This is what the book looks like. Now, I'm not saying that as a judgment, but I'm saying it as, your mileage may vary. Your mileage may vary. This book, let me see. So I guess it's big in Sweden. Let's see.
Only the second created, mind you.
Right. Again, only the second created. And it's another webcomic. Right? $65,000. Have you ever heard anybody say, I couldn't sell my book?
You mean to tell me these people been giving this shit away? Yeah, right.
Hypergamouse is on Kickstarter at the same time as my campaign, so nobody's buying my book. Nobody says that. But whoever this book is raising $65,000. What do you think all these books have in common?
They built their audience over years before they went to Kickstarter promoting their shit on sites for free. Imagine that, giving something away and making a profit. A huge profit.
Right. It's like the common denominator between all these campaigns, none of them titty books.
Oh, is that so?
None of them titty books. Is that they all have an audience. They all have an audience who wants to pay $65,000 for their stuff. And so what does that tell you? What does that tell you? That it's like, yeah, you got to build your audience. Yeah, web comics are a great way to build an audience, because I think all of these books. I just recently got a book. This is a Korean web comic that they published in hard copy, Under the Oak Tree. And this is a web comic that became that I guess did phenomenal enough that it became a bestseller in print. And just looks like that, right? And
exactly.
It's based on a novel. So as a web, I think it came as a novel first, and then they adapted it as a web comic. So I'm waiting for the novel to come in, because I think that this might actually be the format I want to do Eagle Raven in, with both the novel and the comic. So they're selling both. So, again, it's like another bestseller. They just, I don't think they didn't run a Kickstarter, but so to limit yourself by saying it's like, oh, the TNA guys make money on Kickstarter. That's the only way to make money on Kickstarter. Is there? Is it? Is it really? Because we've already done the numbers on that, and those types of comics they're a very small percentage. They are a small percentage of what sells on Kickstarter, and 40% of it is Brian Pulido.
Right.
Okay, 40% of it is one guy. Yep. So,
and then about 10 under that is Mendoza, and then it's like,
so it's like, it's like, oh, when you say, oh, only TNA comics. No, here's the thing. All right. So here's the thing, right? So, okay. All right. So, so it's like, let's run with that. Okay, so here you go. You're completely convinced that Dan Mendoza and Brian Pulido are keeping you from succeeding on Kickstarter. Yeah, you know what? You're right. Every time they do a campaign specifically to spite you. Sure enough, it's like specifically to spite you. Now what? Now what?
Yeah, here we go.
If it's the one thing of Stoic philosophy that I really, really try to keep in mind all the time, is that you cannot control what you cannot control. You can only control what you do and how you react to things. You cannot control anything else other than that. Even if you were to do all the right things, you can't even control the outcome of your effort. Okay, you can say, oh, I work so hard and this, that, and the other thing. Now, it's like, look, hard work is relative. And I don't want to say that it's like, oh, do you really? Because it's like, look, I know that you could do all the right things and you're still not going to get anything out of it. That you're not going to get, it's like, because what that could just mean is that you're doing all the hard work in front of an audience that's not your audience.
Right.
Which means that you're kind of like, you're churning your wheels in front of people who are never going to be interested in your stuff, no matter what. Right. So it's like, obviously, these books that I just showed you making money on Kickstarter. And it's like the fact that I think most of them are also web comics on top of it. It's like, trust me, they're not concerned about Pulido. They're
And we're
not
by no
concerned.
means saying throw your comic on Webtoons
Right.
and
No,
tomorrow
because
you'll
that's
make
not,
us
no,
that's not it.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because a lot of these comics, they've been around for years as
Right.
well. So it's like, you know, like I was watching a video the other day about this girl in England who she's trying to start. She just started her own stationery business, right? So she's already in her second year of doing this, right? And she's incredibly frustrated because she thought that by her second year that she would have been gaining a little bit more traction than she has been, right?
Right.
But the thing is, I've been following her for the past 2 years because I thought her enthusiasm was pretty infectious, and I was curious about what it looks like to start from scratch, right?
Mm.
But the thing is like what I could see all right away is that for the market that she's this very oversaturated market that she's going into in stationery and stickers and all that, she's not really doing anything spectacular, you know. And the thing is, though, is that the people that she's comparing herself to, they've been in the game for like 10 years or more.
Right.
And she's trying, and you know, and look, it's the same mistake a lot of us do. You're trying to make in 2 years what it took these people 10 years, if not more, to build.
Right.
And you know, and she's feeling frustrated, but she has come to the realization that the products that she was offering was just okay. That if she wants to do stationery, she has to up her art game in order to
Right.
compete with these people that she's admiring.
Right.
You know, and it's like, look, and I told her, it's like, look, you know, the fact that you even got that far is a lot further than a lot of people that I see in my circle, where it's like that they will do everything but look at themselves. Look at the work that they're doing, and it's like, oh well, it's because of Polito, it's because of this, it's because of the economy, it's because of this, it's because of that. You know, it's funny, it's like because Tom McFarlane doesn't seem to be having a problem with the economy. Brian Polito doesn't seem to be having a problem with the economy. Dan Mendoza doesn't seem to have a problem with the
well, they're rich. Like I do have a little bit of a problem with the economy. Like but if there's something that I really want, I'm going to find a way to get it.
Right. You know, and that's kind of the thing, is that how do you market yourself so that you're recession proof, essentially?
Mm.
You know, which is another, it's like, look, these are very like thinking much larger than yourself. Right. You know, it's because it's like, look, we've already established we like the books that we make. So the issue is marketing. So we have to figure out how to sell our items to a point where they're recession proof, that even when things are tight, people will go out of their way to buy your book, to make sure they have your book. Right. Never compare yourself to others' success, because then you'll miss out on the successes you're actually having, which could stall you or prevent further success. No, absolutely. It's like, it's the whole comparison is the thief of joy. Yes. Right? You're so busy counting everybody else's money that you're not realizing what's working for you. Right? Because like, if you're not doing a TNA book, why are you concerned about what people selling TNA books are doing?
Huh?
You know, because that's a different market. That's a different audience. It's like, why would for Eagle Raven, why would I even bother with what Polito and Mendoza are doing, or Pat Shan? I'm not doing anything that they're doing. So our audiences are not the same. So why would I be concerned about what they're doing? Right? I mean, I'm looking at things like Orin's Forge. I'm looking at that. It's like, oh wait, it's like, okay, so what are they doing? You know, the other, I forgot, Namesake. You know, Crow Time, where it's like the Frog Night. You know, it's like, what are they doing? Where are they putting their stuff? You know, it's like, okay, maybe I do kind of have to think about and
In
rethink
places where you
Instagram.
can see it for free.
You know,
And the reason I keep doing that is because we've talked about this before. We've talked about
Right.
this even when Meredith
Right.
was alive. We talked about getting your stuff out there and people get that appreciation going and
Right.
building that base. And it's
Right.
like, and all these guys came on barking. I'm not giving my shit away for free.
Right.
I'm not
If they-
giving it,
right.
remember?
Yeah.
It's like,
Look, we have people who are like they're pushbacking on PDFs because it's like, oh, they're not paying full price. And it's like, look,
the PDF is 100% profit.
Right, I know. It's like, look, your audience is going to be a mixture of people who are going to get you at different points.
Right.
You know, it's kind of like the thing we're talking about, you know, about having your book in different formats. You know, when I was showing off this doctor, it's like, do you think Marvel was concerned when they put out this paperback? Well, if we put this out, people won't buy the actual comics. Do you think they were concerned about that? No, they were thinking about, okay, what's this other audience that likes it? That like, look, it depends on the book, Mike. See, it depends on the book. I can't even look. I sold an 8-page book for $20, very successfully, mind you, on Kickstarter. So I'm not going to say that that's a bad idea. You know, it's like I sold an 8-page book and I sold for $20, and I sold a 16-page book for $20. You know, it depends on what's in that book, you know, because here's the thing, right? Because this is another thing too, right? That I heard a little bit off the beaten path, but it was kind of funny, right? Because it's like, which do you think has more? Because I've heard people say that's like, oh, I like to make my books with more pages because it feels like I'm giving better value to my customer base, right? But the thing is, though, is that, like I said, I've sold a book that's 8 pages for $20. You know, and it's like, so here's the difference, right? It's like, it's like, why would people think that an 8-page book has a $20 value, would buy an 8-page book for $20, but then you have to struggle. But then it's like, you're kind of questioning whether a thicker book has more value, right? Because honestly, it's like, I would rather get something that kind of like packs a punch at a lesser volume than maybe a book that has the equivalent of sawdust in it.
Nice.
Does it matter if your book is 200 pages if most of it is filler?
Huh. If it's 90 pages of crap fighting scenes,
you know, right? If it's 90 pages of filler of sawdust, is that really a value for $20, or is the 8 pages that actually has a story you want to read? Is that a value at $20? Which would you rather buy? Right? Actual wood or sawdust for $20? Right? So you can't even dismiss that. I you know, because yeah, it's like you can't even dismiss. I was like, only 8 pages. Yeah, but what's in those 8 pages? Yeah, but this book is 120 pages. Yeah, but what's in those 128 pages?
Right.
You know, so that's also, you know, it's like, you know, right. It's like, you know, you want to, like, you know, you don't want to get caught up in that type of semantics, because look, hypergamouse, right? It's not an attractive style at all, but it's raising $60,000, $65,000, right? So you can't even say, you know, oh, but it's the quality. It depends on where the quality is. Depends on where the quality is and where people are finding the value. You know, but at the same time, that's something that you really can't control for, except in the quality of your own work. So again, focus on what you can control, right? And don't worry about stuff you can't control, you know, and especially if they're doing books that you're not doing. Because if you say, you know, because it's like, yeah, same weight as packing peanuts, right? Exactly. You know, like when Amazon sends you the really big package, but the thing is like this big inside. Right, exactly. So you can't even say, oh, well, this only has 2 pages or 12 pages or 20, or it's like this has more value. It's like,
Right.
not really. I mean, because look, honestly, for the manga that I collect, there's a bunch of them that they could have told the story in half the time. They and it's like, just because the thicker book doesn't mean it's a value. But that, like I said, that's kind of like a segue. But but the whole, like, different points, that you want to catch your audience at different points. You want to catch the audience is only going to get you on free platforms. You want to
Right.
get also the audience that will pay for an actual book. You want to get the audience that'll pay for a PDF.
Or they're
Right?
digital.
Right, exactly. It's like you want to get them at different points. These are not all the same people. That's the thing. The people who buy PDFs are not necessarily the people who will buy a hard copy, are not necessarily the people who want to read on Webtoons. Rob says, I'm currently running a Facebook ad giveaway, a digital copy of Nightwolf #1 to get new emails addresses before I launch next week. Right. That's also a different audience. It's a forest. Right, exactly. It's a forest.
Of course,
I'm
there's
not gonna
trees.
There's trees. I'm not going to tell you about the owls and the different flora and counting the leaves. No, Gemini, we are not describing
And the
forest.
smell of sweet honeysuckle in the air.
Right, exactly. Only if it's relevant. Only if it's
Right.
relevant, and it's not relevant. So yeah, it's but the thing is, though, kind of like using that as an example, describing the trees does not make my story better. Does not. It's just filler. It doesn't, because it doesn't. So we should really try to avoid getting caught up in that.
Don't tokenize your comics.
Right, exactly. Only Tolkien was able to do that. Let him have it. Right, but I think in the end, it's like, my whole point is that it's like, if you're not doing TNA comics, stop blaming TNA comics for your shit, because it has nothing to do with you.
No.
It's like, just like nobody blames Under the Oak Tree for being a bestseller because and that's why their book failed on Kickstarter. Nobody is doing that. So I don't understand that. It's like, why certain things get this weird blame and others don't, and others get ignored as, oh, that doesn't count.
It's the typical. Everything has a double standard.
Right. Yeah. So it's like, so the thing is, so instead of worrying about what other people are doing, you look at your marketing, right? You look at what you're willing to do. That's the thing, because, like, look, we can give advice. Jose's show gives advice. Everybody, every week, blue in the face. But if you don't do anything with that information, you don't get to complain about the results you're not getting from the effort you're not doing. You have to, it's like, so, and you have to accept the fact that if you're not willing to really, figure out where your audience is and pivot accordingly, you really can't complain about not having an audience. You really can't complain about being outshined by other books. No matter what it is, because, like, look, if you're not doing a TNA comic, and you're not willing to do TNA comics, then don't worry about what TNA comics are doing. I mean, I don't know how many times I could say that, it's just like, you really have to think about what you're willing to do for your book. And sometimes you have to, like, come to the conclusion that the audience that you're looking for is not the audience you think it is. It's like that, you have to say, it's like, what, if I'm but I want to complain. I just want to I don't want to cure cancer. I want to just turn everybody into dinosaurs.
Oh my gosh.
That Spider-Man, meme that was going around. It's like, oh, but you can cure cancer. No, I want to turn everybody into dinosaurs. It's like, I mean, so that's kind of right. So yeah, like, if you just want to complain, that's on you. In
Right.
the end, just admit that that's
There are
what you're
people who are
doing
like that,
and move
right?
on. Yeah, exactly. It's like, look, if that's just what you're doing, you just want to complain and you don't care if people, kind of like judge you on that, that's on you. Just
If that's your
remember,
marketing tactic, go for
right,
it.
exactly. You know what? The free market will answer you. However it's like, just remember that when you complain about something, people are going to associate what you're complaining with you. It's a psychological thing. I forgot the name of it, but that's how that works. If you complain, the person listening associates it with you, not the thing you're complaining about. All they see is that you're complaining, oh, Brian Polito, and all they're seeing is that, why are you a whiny bitch? That's all they're seeing.
And then,
why are
who
you a
is
whiny
this
bitch?
Polito?
Yeah, and
Let
who
me
is
look
this
it up.
Polito?
Oh, look at this shit. Oh, this
Right.
is nice. Yeah, there
Right.
you go.
Right. Oh, this is the book that whiny bitch was talking about. It's like, you don't want
Right.
people to do that. You don't want people to associate that with you. So yeah. So it's like, look, you're going through the work of telling this story you want to tell. Be honest with why you're telling it.
Right.
I mean, really. And like I said, don't worry about what other people are doing, because it's none of your business. It really
Right.
isn't. It's not your money. It's not your success. It's not your effort. So why are you concerned? So I don't know. So that's kind of like, for somebody who didn't know what to talk about, I certainly had a lot to talk about. I just need the right push. That's what it is. I just need a good tug on the leash sometimes.
Run! She's a ghost and a bitch!
Oh, any thoughts, Nita? Any thoughts?
My head is empty. All I can think about right now is food, and I'm not even gonna lie. I'm so hungry. This
Supermarket
acid
too.
shit just starting again.
Yeah, I gotta go to the supermarket too. So, so any schedule thing that anybody needs to
Hey,
know?
look! What up?
Oh, hello!
Great looking book.
Wow,
Great looking.
Beautiful book. Thank you. So it's like, look, we couldn't help, but also, you know what it is? This is my thing, right? So the frog
this is a
walking
good point.
around. The frog is walking around like this, and I don't know why that's adorable. But thank you so much for showing up. Thank you.
But here's a good point.
Oh, if it wasn't for the Christian right complaining about Married with Children, we wouldn't have had 11 seasons. Oh my goodness.
Amens.
There you
Amens.
go.
I think we proved our point today, though. I think we actually
so.
like, and if we didn't, oh well. Like,
Right.
you know what?
Look, those who get it, and those who don't, we'll see you on the next show. But yes, so Frog Night and everything that we showed is on Kickstarter right now. I know that Oren's Forge is on Webtoons. Namesake is on Webtoons as well. It's like, yeah, Frog Night is on Kickstarter. So just go back, pause, and go find or either that or Nita will put the links in the show notes if she has time. So
yeah, I'll come back. I'll circle back around.
Right. But so that's the thing, so build your audience. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Just worry about what you have to do. So success is out there. You just have to kind of like prop up the stick in the box and go, with the string, and you have to have the right bait, I guess.
Right. Hold on, let me do this real quick.
Oh, okay. What do you?
Oh, no, you can keep. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm throwing
okay.
my link tree in the comments because if Digby's still in the chat, dude, show us where we can get all your stuff.
Right.
Like, where you found outside of Kickstarter.
Right. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. So so that's it for us. Thank you everybody for joining us in the chat. And thank you so much for our beautiful eyeball people also watching us, hiding in the corner, as you always do, but you always listen. You're always listening to us, I guess, as your work. I hope you got your work done as you were listening to us. So that's good too. So So again, thank you everybody in the chat for putting in your 2 cents in this economy. And yeah, so I think that's about for us on
That's
this
it.
Friday. I had to remind myself it was Friday. So we will be back on Monday with another edition of the Rage Into the Vlogs show. If you are catching this on a restream, thank you, Michael. Thank you.
Replay, whatever it
All right,
is.
the replay. Thank you for joining us, and we apologize in advance.
Sorry.
So, but thank you so much for so thank you so much for joining us today. So if you want to learn more about me and my artwork and my upcoming campaigns and all that other fun stuff, you can head on over to my main portfolio site at egoworks.com, EGOWORKS, where you can find links to all of my galleries and social media sites, but I mostly post to Facebook if you're interested in seeing sketches and current work in progress updates. And also you can catch me on YouTube as well for my archive of 600 plus videos on how I do my comics, plus my semi-weekly art live streams Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. At 4 p.m., it's 2 hours from 4 to 6 of just me working and talking to the chat. However, whatever you guys want to talk about, we will talk about. If you think that this show is a little all over the place, the live streams are definitely all over the place. So remember also, you can read Ego Raven, Air the First Unicorn, for free, uploading every day, Monday through Friday. But if you prefer your fantasy to be more of a furry Lord of the Rings adventure, you can follow the link over to Tall Tales, TAILSonline.com. And not only can you read the first 20 issues of Tall Tales for free, but you can catch up on the latest story arc, Tears in the Mother, which is also currently uploading Monday through Friday, and is also available on Webtoons. Ego Raven and Tall Tales are both available on Webtoon. Ego Raven updates every Tuesday. Tall Tales updates every Thursday. We just finished the first issue of Ego Raven. Tall Tales is just finishing up the first issue. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed and has given Ego Raven especially a 10 rating on Webtoon. So thank you so much for that. So make sure you head on over there and subscribe on Webtoons. Like I said, Ego Raven Tuesdays, Tall Tales Thursdays. And also remember, Tall Tales returns to Kickstarter on October 28th. Link is in the chat and in the show notes. This is for the first volume of Tears in the Mother, which collects issues 1 through 4 of this 8-issue limited series. Thank you so much again for everybody for joining us. And in the words of the ancients, eat your food, moisturize, mind your business, and do the work. Because when you actually do the work, you never have to fake any of your accomplishments. And trust me, it's hard work, but it's worth it. If it's a story that you think is worth telling, then it's worth it regardless. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Saying, live your motherfucking life. You got to get your motherfucking hustle. Understand niggas is going to hate you regardless. Get that out of your head, that fantasy world where niggas ain't hating on you. You got to be grateful. You need haters. What the fuck is you complaining about? What the fuck do you think a hater's job is? To fucking hate. So let them motherfuckers do their goddamn job. What the fuck is you complaining about? Ladies, if you got 14 women hating on you, you need to figure out how the fuck to get to 16 before the summer get here. The fuck is you mad about? Fellas, if you got 20 haters, you need 40 of them motherfuckers. What is you complaining about? If there's any haters in here right now that don't have nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me. Sit back there and say my hair ain't luxurious when you know it is, bitch.